guys, and welcome back to my channel. We are doing our faves for spring 2020 collab, and I'm going to go ahead and start with what I've got on my fingers, which is Polish's Blend Exchange. So I absolutely love this polish, not just for the hollow, but because it's a very sentimentally important polish to me. It was the very first polish that I got in a PPU mani swap with Variety Varnish. Sheila basically was like, hey, what are you looking at for PPU? And I was like, just one, but I'm not going to grab it because I have overspent my budget. So long story short, she went ahead and sent this beauty to me, and I have loved it ever since, and I will always love it more than the others just because it is a symbol of friendship between me and one of like my first friends in the nail community. So it means like everything because it came from one of my nail sisters. So love this polish, and I wasn't sure what season it really actually went into because it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit bright, it's got hollow, and it's super shifty. So just love it. That's it. Love it so much. But as you guys can see, I've got like a whole line of polishes and my swatch lollipop. So we're going to go in with the shears because I love these for spring. And I'm starting with Ella Mila Pure. It's a pinky sheer, and they just like came out with this line. I'm thinking 2019 because I think I got these in Black Friday. But here, like on the swatch, it's totally buildable. I wouldn't say it's as buildable as the Cirque polishes, but for my purposes, especially negative space manis, it totally works. And as you can see against my hand, it does have some color to it and kind of softens minimal yellow staining. Next up is Ella Mila Bear. So I liked this one because it was more peachy, and sometimes when I'm using like greens, I prefer a peachy over a pink. So this one has like a little more yellow, a little more peach in it, and again, super sheer, which is what I'm looking for to deal with minimal yellowing, because sometimes my nails aren't super yellow, but I just need them to look right. Next up is Maniology Rose Quartz. Now, I chose this one because I love like pastel cotton candy pinks, and I thought this one would be perfect because I honestly plan on using it a lot during the spring. I haven't gotten to all of my spring manis yet, but I've gotten to do some. So I'm really excited to show this one off because as you guys can see, it covers pretty well, just like in one coat. So that's something that I like. Next up is a new fave. This is MJ Lacquer Baby Love. And I'll go ahead and link the video for you guys where I swatched this one and others from her Motown Favorites collection. I love this one because it looks absolutely adorable with this like peachy salmony pink that I can wear in one coat because I don't need it to be fully saturated, but I can, and I love it. Next up is Maniology's Nico. I needed a yellow in this group, and most of my other yellows are a little too bold. This one is actually a little paler in person than it is in the viewfinder. But yep, I love this one, so I went ahead and threw it into the collection because it just feels so cute, especially when I use it with rose quartz. So those two are like a good go-to combination that I used last summer, but I feel like they're more springy colors. And you guys can see that. Next up is Ella Mila Ibiza Breeze. I really like this teal because it's so pale and creamy that it's a gorgeous almost pastel. It's not totally washed out enough to be a real pastel, but it's bright enough that I can almost use it as a transition shade. And I have it here over Breath of the Wild in that Manny in stripes. And I like it by itself. Next up is Julep. And I don't know if I'm going to say Liesel right or Liesel. Not absolutely sure how to pronounce that because I've only ever seen that name. I've never actually heard it. But this is a gorgeous pastel blue. I love pastel blues because I get none of the weirdness around my cuticles where they look kind of dark. Also, pastel blues generally don't stain that bad, so it's a safe blue. Next up is Julep Laura. Now, I like Laura because of the shimmer. There's like a white silver shimmer to it. It's very faint, but it shows up great on the nail. So you definitely see it on the nail. And like even as I swatch it, you can see the shimmer showing up in it. I love, love, love that part. And I think that's why it's one of my spring favorites, is because I can pull it out every spring, and every spring it wows me. But I haven't gotten a chance to do any manicures with it yet this spring, but I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys this. And most of these are being shown as just an example. So this next one is also new, Olive Ave Polish Rhododendron. And I really like this one just because it's got purple, but it's got just enough pink to make it unique to my collection. And you guys know, if you've watched any of my PPU videos, I'm all about what's new to me. So I'm pretty sure that some of you guys may have a similar color, but oh goodness, I love this formula because it's just so smooth and pretty and vibrant. Next up is Zoya Monet, and I love this one just because they're softly colored glitter pieces. Well, and they're not even like harsh glitter pieces. I didn't have a lot of trouble removing them, but I wanted to include some toppers for spring because I have a lot of pastels. And I think that toppers are a great way to just change it up. I've seen a lot of my friends in the nail community do it. Next up is Zoya Dallas. Again, another topper. This one has a white and like black glitter to it. So I really appreciate the way it looks. It comes out so cute over actual like pastel colors. So I figured I should add this as a topper just because I like it. I am showing it to you guys over the clear. And next up is Tonic Pure Imagination. This one is also new to my collection because I could not resist the shiftiness of this polish. Like, I wasn't even that obsessed with Tonic until they came out with the February 2020 collection and all of those gorgeous purples, which I had to get Pure Imagination. So as you guys can see, this is the finished swatch lollipop with all of the colors that I absolutely adore. And you can see like rose quartz beside Baby Love makes Baby Love look more salmony. So this is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're part of my nail fam, thanks for coming back. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing.